Hello, Mama. Welcome to your Trimester 3 practice. Today you're going to be needing 2 blocks and maybe a strap. So if that's a yoga strap, if that's a belt, anything works. But we will definitely be using the blocks, so please have those nearby. We're going to start today in a gorilla seat. So what you're going to do is take a seat down on the mat. And you're going to open your feet as wide as the mat, maybe even a little bit wider. And you're going to have the heels in and the toes out, having nice room and space for the belly. So from here, you can also even take the blocks and have them behind you, having a nice place for the hands to rest down. This will really allow for you to lift up through the spine and reach up through the crown of the head to have a nice tall seat. You might feel that the blocks are unnecessary. You can also just have the hands down on the mat behind you. You can also have the hands on the front side of the shins. So from here, we're really going to start to engage the hips, engage the whole pelvic region. So I want a nice flat back here as you lift yourself up, either hands on the shins or either hands down behind you. Wherever you are, just first close down the eyes and start to engage through the breath, engage through the body. Come to this moment. Take an inhale and an exhale. Keep lifting up through the spine. Arrive in your breath, arrive in your body. Take another inhale and another exhale. Let it go. Again, inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Again, really pressing down through the hands or keep lifting up with the hands on the shins, sitting up nice and tall, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Start to connect with the baby, mentally whispering to the baby, "Baby, I love you. Baby, I support you. Baby, I embrace the changes that are happening inside of my body." I am calm. I am peaceful. I am love. Take one more deep full breath through the nose and exhale out your mouth. You're going to start to blink the eyes open, and then we're just going to gently start to windshield wiper the knees, letting them fall to the left. And then you're going to lift yourself back up and let the knees fall over to the right. Keeping these movements really intentional, really slow, and really calculated. So really noticing the sensations within the hips, noticing the sensations kind of in all the connective tissues. Keep windshield wipering the knees from left to right, and then just hold to the right. I want your torso to stay in a neutral position, so really keep it squared to the top of the mat while the knees fall to the right. Oh, hi, Rio. And then you're going to come back through center and let the knees fall to the left and hold here. Torso is squared off towards the top of the mat. And then go ahead and lift yourself back up to neutral. Very good. Let's do a little bit of isolated movement. So now you're going to take your hands to your shins. We're going to start by extending that left leg forward. You can have both hands on your right shin here. And then can you just lift that left leg up? And can you drop it back down? Can you lift it back up? Can you squeeze left knee towards the left armpit and then drop the sole of the left foot down? Again, can you lift left knee up towards the left armpit, kick the left leg out long, and then lower it down? One more inhale, lift left leg, bend left knee into the left armpit, and then drop it down. Very good. Other side, both hands come on to the outer left shin and straighten right leg out long in front of you. And go ahead and lift right leg up. Drop it down. Keep sitting up tall. Lift right leg up. Drop it down. Next one, lift it up. Bend right knee in towards the right armpit and then set the sole of the right foot down. Again, lift sole of the right foot up. kick right foot out, drop it down. Lift right leg up, hug right knee towards the right armpit, and drop it down. One more, lift sole of the right foot up, kick right leg out, drop it down. Very good. Extend left leg out in front of you. Come into more of a wide leg fold. Sit up nice and tall, and then take your hands into a clasp. It's going to be as if you're churning butter like an old maid. Flex into the feet. And then take the fists over that right leg. Start to lean forward and literally like you're churning butter, take the arms out long in front of you over to the left. Bring them in towards the chest, maybe even lean back slightly, and then just keep that momentum going. This big circular action of the hips. Circular, 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 circular. Keep it going. Keep churning that butter. Feeling this in the hips, in the pelvis. And then go ahead and reverse. Opposite direction. And keep churning the butter. Keep churning it. Keep it going. You can keep this movement really slow, really thoughtful and methodical. Hi, Rio. Rio! Oh, keep it going. The life of having a cat or a baby is an exciting time. And then slowly come back up. Keep the hands clasped and then just press everything away from you. Start to round in the back. And then think cow, think chest lifts, heart lifts. Reach the hands up towards the sky. Exhale as you round, press everything away. Palms out in front of you. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you round. You can also have the hips lifted up onto a block right now if this is too much. And then go ahead and lean to the right. Up and over, lean to the left. Again, lean to the right. And lean to the left. Very good. And then release that. Bend back into the knees, plant the soles of the feet down. We're going to come into a squat. So we're going to take our blocks. We're going to get there gently. You can come forward. And then you're going to take your blocks and stack them on top of one another. You can absolutely use a chair as well. So if you have a chair nearby, you can pause me and grab onto a chair. We are going to come into a deep yogi squat, deep malasana squat. So maybe that's on the block stacked, or maybe that is again up on a chair, but I want the legs super wide. Again, heels in, toes out, and sit yourself down on the blocks. Let the sitting bones find that connection. And you're going to press the elbows to the inner thighs and just sit up nice and tall here. Maybe you're on the chair or maybe you're on the blocks, but wherever you are, keep lifting through the spine. And then again, clasp the hands, press everything away, round through the back. Inhale as you lift everything up, chest up towards the sky. Tailbone kind of flips up. Exhale as you round, tailbone tucks under, press everything away. Keep it going. Keep matching the breath to the movement. And then lift yourself up and then just go ahead and twist to the left as you look under the left armpit. Keep reaching the palms of the hands up. And then exhale, you twist to the right, gaze under the right armpit. Back through center again, twist to the left. Back through center, go ahead and twist to the right. Back through center, very good. Hands come to prayer down at your heart. We're going to try and lift ourselves up to really strengthen the inner thighs. So as the birthing process does continue and you are going to bring life into this world, it's really important to have a strong pelvic region and really strong inner thighs. So if you are in a chair, amazing. You can just have your hands down on your thighs. You can also have your hands down on your thighs. Now, you can also use a wall, or I have this little railing right here. Start to engage through the soles of the feet. So really press into the soles of the feet. Wherever the hands need to go. Just going to start to press into the feet and slowly lift up as slow as you can with a nice flat back. Lift up, straighten the legs. Take an inhale, stretch the arms up. Maybe the hips come forward. And the neutral spine, again, hands come to heart. With the exhale, can you sit back down? Can you grab onto the wall, grab on to a railing or the chair and sit low, slowly, slowly, slowly. We're going to do it again. Strong legs, strong inner thighs. Press into the soles of the feet. Press yourself up to standing. Straighten the legs. Reach the arms up tall overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Maybe the hips come forward. And then neutral spine. Exhale as you again sit low onto that chair. Keep spreading the inner thighs away from one another and then sit low. One more. Press into the feet. Straighten the legs. Can you lift yourself up slowly, methodically? Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Take your hands to your hips, little gentle pelvic circles, pelvic rotations. Again, that little churning action of the hips. And then go ahead and reverse that. It's all about finding that fluidity, all about waking up the muscle, the connective tissue in our body that so often stays asleep. Waking it up, reigniting it. Very, very good. And then we're just going to come right back down onto the blocks or onto the chair. But we are going to find ourselves back down onto the mat. So however you need to get there. We're going to come to sitting on our heels. You can just gently move the blocks to the front of the mat. Come into the middle of your mat. And then with the inhale, come up onto the shins, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, just sit right back down. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. And exhale, sit back down. Inhale, arms stretch up overhead. You come up onto the shins. And then you can take your hands to your hips. And then go ahead and just take a step forward with the right foot. Wiggle that right foot a little bit further out to the right just to find some stability. Keep pressing into the top of the left foot. And from here, we're just going to find some rocks and rolls. You can also have a blanket underneath this left knee or a cushion. I'm going to go ahead and grab one. You can also do so now. Let's keep this practice really loving, really gentle on our bodies. So really just allow yourself to rock forward and then come back up to a more neutral 90-90 of the knees. Rock it forward. Neutral 90-90, rock it back. Keep sinking forward with the hips and then lean it back. Sink it forward and then lean it back. Sink it forward. Go ahead. Can you grab onto a block and place it on the highest height to the inside of the right foot? Go ahead and lift up. So you see my legs are in a 90-90 degree. We're going to kickstand this left leg. So the left shin kickstands behind you. So it almost comes off of the mat to the right. Now from here, you can take that right forearm on top of the thigh, or you can even take it down onto a block. Wherever you are, find the connection of the inner right thigh to the outer right arm. So maybe that's forearm on the thigh. Keep pressing the thigh open, or it's down on the block. Wherever you are, reach your left arm up and overhead. Find a nice side body stretch here. And then from here, maybe you start to lean even more forward. So it starts to even liven through the hips as well. The side body, the hips, the pelvis. We're going to just hold here. And then you're going to start to take your left arm in big circles up and overhead. Go ahead and reverse that back stroke. Good. Take the left hand back down to the left hip. Can you gently lift yourself back up? You're going to start to straighten this right leg. And then from here, you're going to angle off the right toes so the pinky toe edge of the foot comes parallel to the top of the mat. And you want to make sure that this left leg, the left knee, is rooted right under the hip. So you can stay lifted here. You can also have the chair right out in front of you. You can also have the blocks And you can take them on the highest height, the wrists under the shoulders, and just lean forward here. Keep wiggling the right foot away from you and really press into the pinky toe side of that right foot. So you'll start to feel this inner right thigh again turning on. So maybe you need the blocks, maybe you don't. Maybe you start to lower them down. Find a height that works for you. Maybe it's the lowest setting, or maybe you don't need blocks at all. Maybe your hands are fully rooted down onto the mat. And then from here, move through cat and cow. So really let that belly hang super heavy. Flip the tailbone up towards the sky. Exhale as you round. Tailbone tucks under. Keep going. Keep moving through cat and cow here. Really feel that tension in the low back. Release. Couple more rounds. One more. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, round. Find a neutral spine. And then slowly lift yourself up. Start to wiggle the right foot in. And then we're just gently coming back down onto the shins. Face back up towards the top of the mat. And then find that stillness within the body. Again, find the breath. Take an inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale, press into the shins. Lift the hips off of the heels. Reach the arms up. Exhale slowly, hands to prayer. Sit back down. You can always have your hands on your low back as you lift yourself up. Hips forward. Exhale, sit low. One more. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, sit low. Let's get our props ready. So you're most likely going to want a blanket underneath that right knee. And then the blocks, we're going to take them back to the top of the mat. You're going to lift yourself up onto your shins and then take a step forward with your left foot. I'm going to go ahead and turn around so you can see me. Left foot steps forward. You're coming back into that low lunge. So hands can come on to the thighs as you let the hips come forward. And then lift back up more 90 degrees. And then allow for the hips to sink. You can also, again, always have your hands on your low back. Lift up. Let the hips sink forward. Lift up. A couple more rounds. And then come up, lift, 90 degree knees. And then again, we're going to kickstand this right shin behind us so that right foot comes slightly off of the mat. You can take your block on the highest setting to the inside of that left foot. And then from here, you can start to lean either left forearm on the top of that left thigh or left hand down onto the block and find the connection of the inner thigh to the outer arm. Wherever you are, allow for the hips to really sink. And then from here, right arm reaches up and overhead. We hold. Keep breathing. Keep leaning back. And then we start the rotation. So let's start with a forward motion. Think swimming through the ocean. Finding that rotation of the shoulder. And then go ahead and reverse backstroke. Keep leaning back. And then hold here. Take your right hand to your hip and then lift yourself back up. And then we're going to start to straighten left leg. Again, take the blocks and take them to the long edge of the mat. Let's readjust. So you want to make sure that the right knee is directly under the right hip. And then that left foot, the pinky toe edge now is going to come parallel to the top of the mat. And then from here, again, hands can be up on a chair. Or you use those blocks on the highest setting. You're going to have the blocks under the hands, under the shoulders. Everything is in line here. And then you can keep wiggling the left foot if that feels okay. We want to stretch this inner thigh area. And then from here, little cat and cows, finding the height of the blocks that works for you. Maybe it's lowering it down, or maybe you remove the blocks entirely. and allowing yourself to hold in any place that feels so good to release that low back. Keep tucking the tailbone under and keep lifting the tailbone up with the inhales. Exhale, tailbone tucks under. Inhale, it flicks up towards the sky. Couple more rounds. And then we're just going to hold. Maybe you start to lower even further down. Maybe you're on the forearms. Allow for the jaw to be soft. And then slowly make your way up. And then you're just going to bring left shin to meet the right. Sit low. And remove any props out to the side. And take your blocks to the top of the mat if they're not already. And then we're just going to gently, gracefully come up to standing. Slowly make your way there. So just a little bit more work and then we'll really slow it down. Let's start stable, strong in our right leg. Take your hands to your hips or to your low back. First, allow for the hips to come forward. Let the chin lift up towards the sky. And exhale. Make some space for the belly. So start to widen the feet slightly. Bend into the knees. Find a little fold here. You can always have blocks on the highest setting and allow yourself to be in a nice forward fold. Release the low back. Always have some bend in the knees here. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, so lengthen the spine, draw the heart forward, stick the tailbone back in space. Hands come to your low back or to your hips and slowly lift yourself up. Right foot stays planted, left foot steps back, warrior two. So we want the pinky toe edge of the left foot parallel to the back of the mat, and then you're bending in 90-degree angles into this front leg. Broaden the arms out into a big T and allow for the hips to sink forward. Inhale, straighten the right leg, straighten the arms up and overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, warrior two. One more, inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, warrior two. Go ahead and grab that block. Place it to the inside of the right foot. And then start to straighten the right leg. We're going to come into Trikonasana. So that right hand comes down onto the block. Left arm lifts up towards the sky, and you just allow yourself to lean back. Maybe even your right hand is up on your thigh. That's okay. We don't want to lock out that right leg though, so have a little micro bend in the right knee and allow for that right thigh to spiral outwards. So external rotation. So it's not thigh inwards or knee inwards, it's thigh outwards. Keep spiraling out towards the right side of the room. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale with control, warrior two, bend back into your right knee. And then come through a high crescent lunge. Take your hands to your hips, pivot on to the left toes. And then just take a step forward, all the way up to the top of the mat. Very good. Let's take some little pelvic rotations, open the feet nice and wide, and then those big circles. You can move the circle one direction and the other. Churn that butter, baby. Place your hands onto your belly. Let's find some reconnection to why we're here, why we're in this practice, to really feel the love, feel the connection to this life that's inside of you. Inhale. Open the mouth. Exhale. Inhaling a gentle mental whisper, I love you, to this life. And exhale. Very good. Let's find a reset. Open the feet if they're not already. Make some space. Take your hands to your low back. Press the hips forward. Gentle bend into the knees. Find a fold. Hands can again come up on the blocks as you fold. Find some bend in the knees and just allow yourself to be here. Allow the head to hang. Inhale, lift up halfway. And then take your hands to your low back or to your hips and stand up tall. Strong, stable left leg. You're just going to take a step back with that right foot to the back of the mat, finding a warrior two. So pinky toe of the right foot is parallel to the back of the mat, and then you're bending into the left knee. Again, external rotation of that left thigh outward, and then broaden the arms out like a big T. Find stability, lean back slightly, and then straighten the left leg, reach the arms up, big inhale. Exhale, bend into the left knee, warrior two. Inhale, straighten left leg, lift the arms up. Exhale, bend into the left knee, warrior two. Inhale, straighten left leg. Exhale, warrior two. Let's come into Trikonasana. So take that block to the inside of the left foot. You're going to start to straighten left leg, reach left arm forward, torso leans forward, and then the hands come down onto the block. Right arm reaches up and you lean back, or left arm is on the left thigh. And again, that external rotation of the left thigh towards the side of the mat. 2 more breaths. 2. 1, bend back into the left knee, warrior two. Take your hands to your hips, spiral up onto the right toes, right heel lifts up, come in through a high lunge, and then just take a step forward to the top of the mat. Take your hands to your low back, open the feet a little bit wider, hips to come forward, and then gentle bend into the knees, fold over the thighs, hinge at the hips. Hands come down onto the blocks on their highest setting, or you start to lower the blocks down and then find a fold. Let yourself sway side to side. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And then go ahead and drop down onto the knees. You're going to come in through a tabletop. You can have the hands up on the blocks. That's okay if they're on the lowest setting. And then let that belly drop. Really allow for the tailbone to flick up towards the sky. Exhale as you round. Press everything away. Tailbone tucks under. Gaze towards the belly. Inhale, tailbone ticks up. Chin lifts. Heart lifts. Exhale, round it out. Good. Come in through neutral spine. And then with the inhale, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, you're going to thread the needle coming down towards the left shoulder. Maybe the left ear drops down onto the block. Right arm can come up and overhead, and just allow yourself to be here in this twist. Reconnect to this moment. Reconnect to the body, breathing. Reconnect to the body here on the mat. Slowly pressing through the right hand, back under the shoulder, lift yourself back up. And other side, right arm lifts up, and then thread. Right shoulder drops down onto the earth. Maybe the right ear drops down onto a block. You can have your left arm up and overhead, and really allow yourself to lean back. The thighs and legs can be as wide as they need to make space for the belly. 3, 2, keep breathing. 1, left hand comes back onto the block. Press yourself back up. Very good. Sit down and then sit all the way onto the butt and open the legs wide. You can also, again, have that pillow, have a blanket, lift the hips up onto that blanket or onto a block. Open the legs wide, nice and wide here. And actually, we're going to bend the left knee. Sole of the left foot comes to the inside of the right thigh, and you're going to take a block. You're going to take it up onto that right thigh, and then you're going to rest the forearm on that block. It can also be down, the block can be down to the inside of the leg and rest the forearm there, whatever is more accessible for you. Start to lean back, And then that left arm can reach up and overhead. You find a nice side body stretch. Keep breathing. And inhale, lift it up. Other side, straighten left leg out, sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. And then again, you're going to take that block either up onto the thigh to lean over here, or you're going to take the block to the inside of the left thigh, rest the forearm of the block there, and then open up. Reach right arm up and overhead. Keep flexing the left foot, so really engaging through the inner thighs throughout this whole practice. Keep breathing. I love my body and I love the changes that are happening here. I am resilient, I am strong, and I am a nurturing, powerful force for this life inside of me. Inhale, lift yourself up. Release that out to the side. This time you're going to grab the strap. And we're going to take that strap under the soles of the feet. So to make space for the belly, you're going to have the legs super wide. And then that strap is just going to be, let's start with the right. Strap it under that right foot, and then literally just pull yourself forward. Take it to whatever level you can, whatever degree you can. And then lift yourself up. Take the strap in the left hand, lift sole of the left foot off of the mat. Ooh, can you reach right arm behind you and find a twist? You can also have your right foot down on the earth, that's okay. But really find the twist here. So left hand is really pulling into the strap. Right arm is really reaching behind you. And then exhale, let that go. Remove the strap. Take it around the sole of the left foot. And then keep pulling the strap in the hands, flexing the left foot. And then you can start to bend into the elbows and find a fold. But really focus on flexing in the feet to open up the hamstring. And then lift yourself up. Right hand stays on the strap. You can lift left heel off of the earth if that is accessible, or you just keep it down on the mat. Otherwise, find a twist. Left arm comes behind you, and then find that connection. Keep pulling the right hand on the strap to help twist yourself even more extended through the spine. Keep reaching left fingertips back, back, back. And then release back through center. And just go ahead and move the strap out to the side, re-widen the legs, take the hands back into that clasp, and then let's churn the butter again. So this is an amazing, amazing stretch to do all up until the very last minute that baby comes out from that sweet body of yours. Kind of gets everything going, gets everything moving, gets everything churning. And go ahead and reverse. Very good. Lift yourself up. And then we're going to come down onto your back. I do want you to have a pillow nearby. So if you need to pause me again and grab a pillow, please do. We're going to start to really calm down. I want you to have a nice longer shavasana today. So what we want is the knees lifted. So if you have a couple of pillows, amazing. You're going to place them right under your knees. What this does is when you lay down, it kind of releases that tension in the low back. It keeps the back nice and flat because we have that natural curve of the spine. Through that gentle bend in the knees, it allows for that back to stay flat. So When you get the cushions under the knees, you just start to roll down one vertebrae at a time, low back, mid back, upper back, and you'll feel that connection of the lumbar spine down to the mat. And as high up as you need to have support under the knees, maybe it's 2, 3 pillows. The hands are just resting alongside the body, palms into the back of the mat. Close down the eyes. And then start to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. How much more can you release through the body? How much more can you soften? Where are you noticing that you're habitually tightening? Allow for the pinky toe edges of the feet to relax. Allow for the shoulders to really, really relax. Allow for the mind to relax. Yes, the thoughts will arise, but can you be a more gentle witness and just letting them flow away? Reconnect to the body, reconnect to the breath. I am a divine creator of this life inside of me. I'm grateful for these changes, for this experience that I am so present to be a part of. I am a loving leader and example for my community and what it means to be a nurturer, a caretaker, a provider. I am a warrior, I am powerful, and I am proud of myself and this journey. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale it out. I'm going to let you stay. I'm going to let you be here as long as you need. Maybe you take the hands to your belly and just enjoy and savor this peaceful, sweet moment with your body and this life that is within you, this life that is so grateful for you, and this creation and this incubator that you have provided. So enjoy this moment, enjoy this last little bit of practice. Stay as long as you want, as long as you need. I'm really grateful for you for spending this time with me, taking a little chunk out of your day for you. I love you. Have an amazing, amazing day. I wish you luck. I wish you all the blessings. Namaste.